Everyone, welcome back to another Draco reaction vlogs. Before you guys do me a favor, don't forget to like, subscribe, and also comment on the videos as well. So don't forget to share out the content as well. So today I've been not today, but this week I already covered a video about Ange Postecoglou being sacked already, and now we just hired Thomas Frank as our new manager. I'll get into that in a bit, but I also want to get over why we haven't signed anyone, like any top quality player, despite the transfer window not being open. And I'll get into that first. So last season, which was 2024-25 season, we had to deal with a lot of adversity. We had players injured. We had more losses in the Premier League than wins. But despite all of that, with Ange Postecoglou in his second season, like he always says, he always wins something. And we actually won something, the Europa League, in his second season in charge. His second and what is soon to be his final season. We know in the praise that he wanted to stay for our season, but after that, he got sacked from Tottenham, from Spurs. So we did have a lot of adversity. Even the transfer windows for both the summer and the winter last season, they weren't good enough. To sum it up short, we re-signed a Chelsea flop on loan again last summer, and we also signed a lot of youngsters. We brought Wilson Ober from Burnley, Archie Gray from Leeds, and we bought a lot of kids. Even in the January transfer window, we still bought some kids like Tyus Tell. We got Kevin Danson on loan. Then we signed a keeper when Vicario, our main keeper, was out injured. So the transfer wasn't good enough, but somehow we got over the line despite all the setbacks that we had and finishing in a position that could have got us nearly relegated. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hi, dog.
Stay down. Come on.
My dog's jump scared me. But it is what it is. So, now that season is done, yeah, I'm still seeing no activity, or we're not placing any bids in the market. And that frustrates me because you see other top quality teams such as Liverpool, Man City, even the worst Manchester United, even making out bids and signings for the transfer window is even open. You've seen Liverpool. They've got Frimpong, another fullback, which is an area that we need as a team to improve on, the fullback side. We got him on a free to replace Trent, who's now leaving to Madrid, and now I'm hearing that Verts is coming to them, which is their number 10 for a huge record transfer fee. Why don't we go and get them? I know Madison has been good, decent quality in the number 10 as well as Kulu, but when they're injured and they're not playing well, we just have no creativity in the midfield. But we also can't count on them to deliver them consistently each time. Who knows what's going to happen? Maybe they'll turn off. Maybe they'll get injured. So a nice number 10 will do. Even if we can't get Verts, we can still at least go for Eze because he's Prem proven. Can also be adaptable. And we also see City. He signed some quality players, even in the winter season of 2024-25 when they were struggling. Not struggling as in not, I guess, losing a lot of games, if you know what I mean. Got free quality players in the window. They also got, this summer they got Cherky. I think they signed him from Lyon. That's another quality player. They also signed Reinders, which is another midfielder, which is something our team also needs as well. And they're also trying to go out from big players, big signings, because they're trying to make moves in transfer windows, make sure they don't make mistakes. So even the worst Manchester United, who we've beaten to get our trophy this season, our European League trophy, they even made their first sign when they got Mateus Cunha for 62 million, and they brought him in, even though they are struggling in the league both financially and performance-wise. They still got some good quality players over the line. You've seen Chelsea get a new striker from Ipswich. They're making moves as well. So why aren't we making the moves? We know there's holes in our squad that need to be improved, like I mentioned in the last video. But yeah, we haven't even made a bid yet. We've been linked to not even average, but a bit below par players, such as Sane from Bayern. I think we're trying to get Tell permanently, but I don't think. But the asking price from Bayern is too much. His performances doesn't justify the 50 million. We already signed Dancel permanently, but I don't think he's that good of a quality when Romero and Van were out, because you see him get cooked at sometimes when he starts. And then the fullbacks options, the fullbacks have improved a bit, but at times you can't really count them to do the job defensively. Especially when we used to play a highline system, they would just get exposed and countered. That's my thing. We also haven't got a quality winger. I don't think Tell's a quality winger. He made some contributions to the club, but I don't think he's that good enough to be quality. I can't understand why Bayern didn't want him and opted to send him a loan to us. We also, and specifically, our captain Son plays on a wing or maybe up front. His legs are starting to give way. He's starting to get tired and outplayed. So now our dogs scare me again. I guess the dogs love me. But back again to what I was saying. We can't count on Son to do all the stuff on the wings as well as Johnson too. Yes, Johnson has scored a lot in his games, and he even turned up when things really mattered, such as the Europa League. But off games, you can't really trust him to do anything, especially when he just runs down the wing at most points of the season and tries to cross or at least do something or give away stupid fouls. So, same goes for Kula. He's not bad on the wing, but again, I guess he isn't the same after his injury. And if he gets injured again, we don't have any quality players to cover for it. So we need some improvements as a winger. We also need some fixing improvements as up top, actually. I know we already signed a striker last season, but I think he didn't perform that much. Specifically, he didn't score that much goals when he played for us. He was also out injured this season, so we also need another striker to compete for Solanke's position. Sorry, Solanke, but you're going to have to hold some smoke as well. We also need at least a left or a right winger to compete for Son's and Johnson's position. Now I'm hearing that Frank is managing our club next season. We could be able to get some quality winners from his Brentford club. Who knows? We also need another 6. I know Bergval's been good at 6 when he started to show up during the season, but of course we can't really count him to hold up to 6. And even though he got injured in the last couple moments of the game season, we still didn't get I guess Cook that much, but still we got exposed because of our midfielders as well. So we need a number 6. We have too many 8s, so we could get rid of one of the 8s in Bentaker, Sarr, or Basuma. I don't think Sarr's 8. He's probably a 6, but even when he's a 6, he gets cooked as well. Backline definitely needs a lot of surgery. Specifically, even if we have our full squad fit, a full backline fit, we will still get cooked because of the highline stuff. We still give away stupid passes and fouls. So besides the permanent sign of Danso, we do need another quality center back. I don't think Draco can do the job, especially even though he's been injured this season and he hasn't shown up. Sometimes he's also been getting cooked as well, and maybe he's been a bit clueless. We also need a fullback. likely see a right back or a left back. I know Spence can play as a left back when I guess Poro or Yogi gets dropped. He can also play as a right. Of course, we can't really count on Spence to do all of the defending stuff. We also need someone on the other side of the flank to help out as well. Now, I know we already got some players out. We've seen bums like Forster leave. I think Regalon, who hasn't even been selected that much in the squad, has left as well. As well as some other senior players that weren't even shown up or they just had a contract expired. But like I said, there's a lot of improvements that the squad must make when the transfer window opens on June 16th. And we were seeing, like I mentioned, other clubs making moves before the transfer window has even started. So if we want to become a bigger club, I know we won honor this last season. We want to consistently win honors and stuff. Even win a Carabao Cup at least. At least get me some good quality players. Then I'll go on to Thomas Frank. So Thomas Frank has been confirmed that Frank is now out of Brentford and is now working for us. I think the owners paid him a lot of money, specifically his release clause of 10 million euros from Brentford to Spurs. So I was like, welcome, Thomas Frank. In my opinion, I wish you could have got a better manager. I'm thinking Conceição is the answer, could be the good answer, especially when all of the top managers have either signed new deals or have already been signed up for a new club. But it is what it is. Because I know Conceição will at least try to get us over the line. Considering Thomas Frank's tenure, he doesn't look like a manager that can get us over the line. But again, I'll admit that I'm wrong if he does during his time here. He's here till 2028, so I'll give him at least 2 to 3 years to see if he can do something with the club. Then again, with Thomas Frank at the club, I know had Wemo at Brentford. He wanted to go United, but maybe we could hijack the deal and get him as well as Wissa. Or market opportunity players that we can get that can use to strengthen our attack. So I'm hoping Thomas Frank does well. That's all. That's my saying. I'm gonna give him 2 years. I think 2 years. Hopefully he delivers something. Specifically, if he is better than Ange, regardless of the league forms, can he give us a trophy, or is he going to be like the other managers before Ange gave us the trophy in the second season? We're gonna have to see. It would be nice if we can finish top 4, maybe even first, but of course that is laughable because everyone says that Spurs doesn't challenge for it. It's not a challenger because of the ambition, which goes back to the owner. Like I said, when Thomas Frank comes in, hopefully the owners back him, because if they pay 10 million for him to come in, and if they don't back him, then it's going to be the same cycle again. You know what I'm saying? So get back Thomas Frank, give him the money that he can use to get his own resources. I'm not saying that you should spend a lot of money on like one player and stuff, because that's, of course, what if there's a chance that maybe this player could do worse or better? Who knows? And considering we have a lot of holes in our squad that need to be addressed, the squad is like a lot of cavities for our teeth. They need to be fixed up. It's going to be painful because there's a lot of deadwood in our club, but once we get that addressed, which in my opinion hasn't been addressed ever since the 2019 Champions League final, then we can continue to consistently get over our line despite us winning the Europa League last season. You know what I'm saying? So get me the resources that we need for our team, and maybe we can get somewhere with Frank in charge. And I'm saying that he doesn't need all of his players. we've seen managers that come in, hit the ground running, regardless if they have their own players or not, such as Slot at Liverpool. He came in first season, hit the ground running. All of the players that he managed were all Klopp players, except for one player, and he won them the league. Glasner, I think, came in before the end of the 23-24 season, lost some of his best players, but he still managed to get them over the line by winning Palace their first silverware. So, as long as we spend the money appropriately on the holes of that our squad needs going to the next season, then we can, I guess, have a chance of at least getting something over the line. Because I don't want to, like I mentioned in my last video, I don't want to wait another 17 years to see my team win something. I'd probably be homeless, or maybe, I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen in 17 years? Maybe the club will be liquidated. I'm just kidding. But like I said, if we can get some players over the line, some good quality players over the line, especially when Thomas Frank is in, and hopefully they can hit the ground running, not hit the ground running, but at least bring our squad up to a better quality players, and get us over the line. I'm not saying that's to get us over the line immediately, but my stance is if Thomas Frank is better, if Thomas Frank is better than Ange, he has to win something. Because Ange won something in his second season despite us finishing 17th, which is why I guess in some cases league form doesn't matter if you have a trophy. Unless if you're first, then league does matter. But like I said, once we get over the line, if we can get over the line with the players that were coming in this season, and we have a long period to sign a lot of players. It's not like the winter transfer window when, the players there's only like a 30-day window to get any players you need to strengthen the squad. But if we can get that done, and specifically we're not looking for kids as well, because of course we can't really trust the youth to do everything. Sometimes the youth will step up, but we can't really depend on the youth to get the job done every time, especially when we're chasing games. But it is what it is. I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe.